Not only did I cut my hair yesterday, now I just cut my bangs. Like, am I okay? Like, I'm actually okay, but like, I just hope I'm not gonna hate my decision. But, sorry, I'm just walking around. But you know what? It's not bad. I just have to get this to straighten. And it's gonna grow anyways. So, it's gonna grow. I don't know. But yeah, I have to get this part too. This is so frustrating because I had like a side part and now. But yeah, I cut my hair. So, guess who's reading too many books at the same time? Yeah. So, currently reading Everything is Fucked, a book about hope by Mark Manson. I am actually loving this book, like devouring it. I read it twice on audiobook non-stop and I'm already halfway through and it's pretty long, 230 pages, and I'm already at 130 something, so I have 100 pages left. Probably gonna finish this today. Currently reading A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle. I'm on page 130. I have 300 pages, almost halfway through. Still reading this book at Wana Out of Order. Wana Out of Order. I feel like when they talk about the narration, like no one ever refers to the main character's name. But yes, I'm almost done. Well, kinda. I reached past the halfway point, and it's by Margarita Montemor, and this book is really good. So the reason why I picked this book up is that it's very similar to, it sounded very similar, sorry, to the premise of one of my books, where like this main character at her 18th birthday on New Year's, she seems to be projected onto the future, and she's like the same person, but her body aged and her life changed basically. So every year on New Year, she goes to a different time in her life, so it can go future or past. So we follow her as she's like, you know, going to 20, 21, 22, but physically she's inhabiting this world that she doesn't recognize, and you know, and then we see how her life unfolds. And the funny thing is that like, it doesn't matter how far in the future we go or how we think things are gonna look like, they're always gonna end up being the way that they are, kind of. So it's a very interesting book. It's very peculiar. I really do enjoy it. This book is really hard to make you feel for the character and the side characters because it keeps switching. However, it does a pretty good job to empathize with the character and sympathize with her situation, though you still feel that level of disconnect. So I'm wondering how far we're gonna go because we still have halfway. Also reading How to Be an Artist by Jerry Saltz, and this one is a very fascinating read. It's very short, so I'm about halfway through, and you have like art as well, and these are all tips on how to become an artist essentially. And I almost lost my page, so it's pretty good. I'm reading this because a few of the characters that I'm writing about in my French Riviera book are artists, so I wanted to get more perspective. And because of that, I'm also reading The Letters of Vincent van Gogh. I haven't finished this one. It's a really big book, and right now Van Gogh is going through his like spiritual Christ crisis, so it's very dry to read. So hopefully like no offense to Van Gogh, I love him and stuff, but you know, it kind of gets a bit repetitive, so I'm hoping that he's gonna start talking about himself and his art now and not like scriptures, but we'll see. And then we have In Montmartre, Picasso, Matisse, and the Birth of Modernist Art by Sue Rowe. This one is very enjoyable, however, I'm not like putting enough time to read it. It's all about like these famous painters and their influences and their lives in Montmartre. And I didn't know that Montmartre was such a big hub, but yeah, apparently Montmartre is really someplace that I need to visit, not just Paris. Obviously not just Paris, like the south of France, Paris, and other places, right? But Montmartre really seems like it's the hub of all artists and painters of the time, so definitely need to read this. I have a bunch of other books that I'm currently in the middle of, but these are the ones that I'm actively trying to finish right now. I also have The Idiot by Elif Batuman, but this is for a reading blog for a separate project, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue reading this because I want to film my reaction to this. So I don't know what to do. I'm probably going to return the audiobook again for like the 5th time and put this on hold while I finish this other stuff before I go into the reading vlog, because it's a celebrity reading vlog and I'm filming for this one. But I am enjoying it. I really like the main character, the way she thinks and the way she goes about learning, because right now she's in university and she's kind of having like this identity crisis where she doesn't know what the point of anything is, and it has a lot to do with like immigration. It has a lot to do with language. So it's this girl, it's set in 1995. It's this girl called Celine, and she's a daughter of Turkish immigrants, and then from there she makes friends, and then she has a crush on this other guy, and then we see how she engages in different languages. So we have Spanish, we have Russian, we have Turkish, we have like a multicultural lens here, and it's really fascinating, and can't wait to continue reading this. However, I don't think this is the time right now with everything going on that I want to do for a book that I'm currently writing. So let's go into that. I'm currently writing this one book that's like a self-help motivational book. I want it to be around 200 pages minimum, and so far I have like 10 pages, not even in. So I'm basically giving myself the next 2-3 days to write it, edit it, make the cover, and then go and get the proofread copy of that book. So that's a lot. It's not 200 full pages, it's like little like extracts of like a paragraph or something, if that makes more sense. So it's gonna look around 15,000, 20,000 words. I know I can do it. It's just the constant, my brain going from one project to another, one channel to another, one TikTok to another, one book to another, one writing project to another, that really bogs me down. So I'm trying to be more intentional with my time for the next 2 days. Another thing I wanted to update, and maybe I'll try to film myself doing it, because it's one thing talking about things, it's another thing to also film. I've been learning Farsi as of Monday, so the boot camp that I signed up for started on Monday, and since Monday I'm happy to report that I've been doing 1-2 hours of Farsi learning every night. So I did it on the 19th Monday and Tuesday on the 20th, and today we're at Wednesday the 21st, so I'm gonna do it tonight as well. And on top of that, I've been taking my walks every day like I had promised myself, but I want to take longer walks, so that's another thing that I have to work on right now. And my sleep is something that is not bad. It's not as bad as it used to be, but I'm like still confused as to if I want to wake up at 6:30, 7, 7:30, or 8. I'm aiming now more towards 7:30 or 7:15. So we'll see tomorrow how I feel like, and that means I have to be in bed before midnight. And although I do go to bed before midnight, I don't know why, like at nighttime I'm having a hard time sleeping, because probably because I'm doing so many things before bed. So I need to fix that somehow. Yeah, so now let me just continue going through my day. I'll try to do more frequent updates, and probably you'll see some clips of me walking, learning Farsi, reading, writing. Hopefully I need to get better at vlogging again. So I've been wanting a new tripod for quite some while now. There's nothing wrong with my old one. It's just the fact that it doesn't swivel. So like when I want to film stuff on my desk, it doesn't swivel. It's so hard. So I want to make better TikToks, like writing TikToks and like vlog TikToks on one of my accounts. As you guys know, I have so many TikTok accounts, but the main 3 out of 6, yes, 6, I have 6 TikTok accounts, okay, are linked down below. But the one I'm talking about is like the Sandra Mix Author one and the Journey to Writing, where I do my write everyday vlogs. They're linked on Instagram. They're like linked accounts, so it's easier to find on there. But on TikTok, like, I don't mind creating different audiences, just because like I have like a vision in my head and like my brain just doesn't want to combine everything in one. The same thing with these channels, right? I have 2 channels on YouTube, so I'm getting better at combining things, but at the same time there are some things that I'm okay with splitting up and just doing more creative stuff. So anyways, long story short, let's open this new tripod I got. I will be linking it down below just in case anyone wants to see it actually. So I also got a book. It's very small. It's Good Grief by Brianna Pastor, and I've been seeing it all over TikTok and whatnot. It's only 7 pages. Wow. Alright. Anyways, so I got it. Did I say 7? I meant 70 pages. And this is the tripod. It looks very small. The thing that I like about my tripod is that it's very tall. I'm sure this one can be very tall, but either way, I just got it for the swivel function, and I'm gonna be sitting at my desk anyways while I'm filming that, so it doesn't have to be that tall. I love that it has a pouch. Let's assemble this thing. Okay, I like that. Oh, I love that it's already, okay, that's good. I like this already. Okay, let's see if we keep it like this. Do we lock it here? Oh. How do we lock it? Is it like this? Oh, no, that's definitely not it. Maybe it's this side? Yeah, it's this side. Okay. Okay, it comes with a remote. Comes with a swivel. What is this? What are these? Let's look at the manual. Okay, I think one is for standard. Ain't no fucking way they're starting construction again. Absolutely not. What the fuck is that sound? Are the rainy days here to stay? Well, we don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. So today I am doing the first day of my new weekly schedule. It's very packed, but I love it, and it actually has time for me to read and write every day as well, and work out, move my body twice in a day, not just once. So I just did a 20-minute Pilates core workout. I watched a video Move with Nicole from her channel, and it was really good. It was actually really challenging. Like, I haven't been this challenged since like going to the classes that I go to at the gym. So I stopped doing those classes, so I want to work out at home. And then later on in the evening, if it's not raining, even if it's raining, I'm gonna go on my walk for an hour. So try to get my steps in as well. What else? So yesterday I finished reading 2 books, but before that I finished 2 other books. I think I'm gonna talk about them later on. I just don't feel like going into that right now. And I want to read this book, Good Grief by Brianna Pastor, because I kept seeing it on TikTok. I am disappointed that it's only 70 pages and the writing is very big and like not much writing on there, but that's okay. My cat is meowing at me. So yeah, that's the plan for today so far. I have to film a video. I just dropped something. Do a bunch of stuff, and I will try to be more consistent with vlogging and updating. Tomorrow I have the Lord Huron concert, and I will try to take one clip of it because obviously we can't air clips of concerts on YouTube. However, I do tend to post more on TikTok and Instagram about the concert that I attend, so you might want to follow my several TikToks and Instagrams down below. So yeah, besides that, that's about it. I did my morning pages as usual. Now it's time for a little bit of writing. Silas is always up in my face in the mornings all the time. It's like he missed me throughout the night, so in the morning he has to get all his cuddles in, all his attention in, all his scratches in. Oh shit. So yeah, this is my third cup already and we're just at 10 a.m. but this is my last cup of the day. So that's another thing. I want to drink coffee more in the morning, not like in the evening, because I want to be able to sleep at night. So yeah, I'll come back and update and get this cat off me. No, I won't, but you know what I mean. Silas. Oh my god. So it's so foggy and smoky here in Canada because of the fires. So I have my window open, but like the smell is horrifying and like literally you can't breathe when you walk outside. So I finished reading 5 books and I'm gonna go through them quickly because probably gonna start doing wrap-ups if I keep reading as much now. So I finished reading Everything is Fucked, a book about hope by Mark Manson. I enjoyed this. I tabbed a lot of it, like as you can see. I found this book to be very philosophical and like interesting. If anything, I would say that I think it had some good points. I know that a lot of people hated this book, and I know a lot of people were like, okay, he's just regurgitating like Nietzsche and all those other famous philosophers, but I do think this was an interesting read nevertheless. I also read Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose. I read his other book, The Power of Now, like a few years ago, and I really enjoyed that one. So I was expecting to enjoy this one. I was surprised that it was very much about the same topic, which is like how to not separate from the egoic mind, because you can't really separate from your ego, but you can like be aware of it and more conscious of it. So in that regards, in that aspect, it's very enlightening and it's pretty helpful. Like I think this can help for people that suffer with like ego problems and suffer from like, you know, like just always wanting to like be something else. Like if you're always doing things and if you're always thinking about being a different way instead of actually being present in your life, I think this one is a good one, especially if you're like an anxious person, a depressed person. I'm glad I read this now though, because if I read it last year when I was really in the depths of my depression, I would have not resonated with it, and I wasn't reading much anyways last year. So yeah, all this to say, those were my 2 nonfiction reads. I also read Good Grief by Brianna Pastor. It's only about like 60-70 pages long. I enjoyed it. There were some passages that were good. Overall, it was lackluster for me just because the passages were really short. Like, I don't mind having short entries, but like if you're gonna give a statement, it has to be followed up with some kind of like, and so what? And so what do you think about that? Not just like, the world is unforgiving, okay, and then what? Like, what do we do about it? Like, what do we think about it? Like, I don't know. But I do like her stuff. That's the funny thing. I like what she posts online, and I will still be inclined to pick up her next book. Then I read my first Nikita Jill book, and it's Where Hope Comes From. And this one is very pandemic situated. Like, it's very much in the rut of the pandemic, how, you know, we deal with solitude, the end of the world, how we miss people, how we lose people, what are we going to do with our children, what are we going to do with the environment, what are we going to do with diseases, etc. So it was, in the end, pretty hopeful, and I really do resonate with her writing, and I do resonate with, like say like this one. It says here, is a poet still a poet during quarantine? And I saw one, what was it? On raising children during COVID-19, baking banana bread as the world ends. Like, it just felt like so niche. So if you don't want to like associate with any type of pandemic content, definitely don't pick this up. Because I'm working on something that has to do with pandemics, I picked this one up a few weeks ago, and so I just finally finished it now. And then the last book that I'm going to talk about today is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I haven't read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book since I read Daisy Jones and the Six at the beginning of the pandemic, and before that I read One True Loves before she got famous. So I did have high expectations for this one. I still have to read Evelyn Hugo, and I think like that's the most popular book that she has right now, and I'm just not ready for that one at all. So that's why I just wanted to read a summer book. I won't talk more about this because I'm gonna film a summer romance reading vlog type of thing. So all I'm gonna say is that I enjoyed it, and I will talk more in that vlog. Sorry, I don't want to repeat myself because I know it's gonna be boring for those of you who watch the vlog on a weekly basis. It smells, it's like the air is so bad that I'm gonna have to close my window. Like, I literally can't do it. Like, even with a little crack of the window open, like, I'm not exaggerating. This week is really, really bad. Fuck. I want to wrap up this vlog because I don't want it to be too long, and seems like I'm gonna do these day-to-day vlog whenever I have the time. Honestly, I'm not gonna put like this limit on myself where I have to like post one vlog a week, because I'm working on other vlogs too. So essentially what I'm saying is I'm gonna post them as I go. Like, it could be like 1 week I have 2 vlogs, could be I don't have a vlog for a while. So yeah, I just want to show the 2 books that I got. I got Old Enough by Haley Jacobson. It's a new release debut queer novel, and it's about like a friendship breakup, and I've been following this author creator on TikTok since last year, so I pre-ordered this like months ago, so I'm very excited to delve into this one, and it's very exciting for her. Then I also got this book, which is Disentangling from Emotionally Immature People by Lindsay C. Gibson. It's actually like you read the section and then you answer questions to work on how you can probably set your boundaries with emotionally immature people. So I have her other 3 books, so I figured I would get this one as well, and I'm going to work my way through those books in the next few months because I've been really trying to set boundaries with, you know, people in general. So yeah. Okay, so I didn't do much writing this week. I would say like I wrote like maybe 3 days, and yeah, I want to really like dedicate like a large sum of time to writing every single day. I'm just trying to work it out with everything that's going on when I want to do that, because I want to work on Riviera, and this week I've been mostly doing some reading and researching. So starting this weekend, I'm going to start writing and editing what I've had written, the 10K that I had written from last year. And yeah, we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna finish this in a month. So the writing is coming. Thank you for sticking around. As always, don't forget to enjoy your journey to writing. Don't forget to enjoy what you're reading. Just enjoy life. Live your creativity. Live your creative best life. And I will see you on the next vlog. Bye!